What does it sound like when you combine fuzz pedals, humbucking guitars, nylon strung classical guitar and funk music? So I needed to make a new promo video for my website. It's for attracting clients, for doing session guitar tracks. They find me on the internet, they send me a song, I play guitar on it for them, send it back to them. That's how it works. They pay me, ideally. So I needed to do a promo video that showed a little bit of what I did. And it went like this. I had a friend who's a great funk drummer and a fantastic bass player friend also. So I got them, they're really close friends of mine. Stu and Tiago, shout out, whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you for your help with this. Thought I would do something vintage fuzzy, and the Gibson 335 is a good choice for that. Thought I'd spice it up with some really, really hard strummed acoustic guitar. That's an old Martin J40. Both those guitars I think are from the 90s. So they've got a nice bit of vibe about them, as you will have just seen in that sexy B-roll. There's a guitar solo. I used a blade, I think it's called a Durango. This was 185 quid on eBay. I needed a guitar for fly dates where I'm overseas with a band and it has to go in the hold in a hard case. I took a Sur once. Air Malta lost it. I got it back a few days later, but it was not a pleasant 48 hours while I wondered whether the guitar, which was not insured, insure your gear. That's another tip. So I got this for peanuts and I love it. I love it. And that's what's the solo at the end of this track, which you'll hear. And finally, the nylon strung guitar. This little baby. My friends at Tanglewood, they're nice, very nice blokes, and they have sorted me out with a bunch of acoustic guitars in the last couple of years. Really well made, they sound great, and this I mic'd up with this Shinybox ribbon mic. So the Shinybox is on one side, panned to the left or the right, and then I use the pickup, the DI out on the left, so it just gives it a bit of width. Ribbon mic. Also use this for the acoustic guitar, for the Martin. It's just got a nice kind of rounded off top end, got a bit of a vintage vibe, going through a Neve preamp, and Bob's your uncle, sounds magic. So the fuzz, this is a DRW, I think it's Design Retro Works or something, Design Retro Works, hand-built fuzz pedal. I don't know anything about them, they don't seem to be very popular. But it's got a cool sound. It's kind of a bit splatty. It's not too splatty, but it's a bit splatty. And also it doesn't require, well, it won't take a power supply. So it always has a battery in it, which means it's much easier to use. So I just plug in, and off we go. Don't have to go rooting around for the right power supply, which I like. You know, time is money, people. Mime is money. Use the Kemper for the 335 and for the blade for both the electric guitar sounds, well, all of the guitar sounds. There is another guitar which I didn't film me recording, just some double-tracked bright fuzz guitars which are like hard panned, which come in just before the guitar solo and they just sort of set underneath to lift it up at the end. So anyway, it's a wide range. Oh yeah, I should say which amps. But there's a Bassman, there's a Bogner, and I'm using like the auto wah, touch wah thing that's in the Kemper, which is quite good for a kind of funky track. So what else? It's a slightly odd mix of guitar tones, but the idea is to showcase a little bit more of what I do and try to appeal to as many people who might possibly be interested in using me for the guitar tracks on their songs as possible. So let us check it out. You watched the whole thing. I'm thankful and touched and moved. You could, don't feel any pressure, but you could like this video. You could even subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified, etc., etc. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.